Hello, my name is Tauno Toikka, and I am the developer of this Nappis keyboard. In this video, I would like to tell you what is so special about this keyboard and how it differentiates from regular keyboards. At the end of this video, I would like to give you some tips how to learn to type with this Nappis keyboard and answer to some questions. When you first open up this Nappis keyboard, everything may seem confusing and out of the order. It may seem that letters are mixed in random order as well as other buttons, but that's not the case. Button sizes, shapes and positions are optimized here for specifically mobile phone screens, not for 150-yard mechanical typewriters of this wide and not for computer keyboards of this wide, but for mobile phone screens typically of this wide. Two most frequent transitions on keyboard are either pressing the space key after some letter key or pressing some letter key after the space key. For this reason, the space key is at the center of set of letter keys in Nappis keyboard. This positioning ensures minimum finger travel from any letter to space and vice versa. Letter positions have been optimized in such a way that finger stress will be minimum during a typing in terms of finger travel and sequences of subsequent button presses. The optimization has been done by using millions of sentences of real human written text data in simulation and finding among millions of layout candidates the one that is the most optimum. The most optimum layout is Nappis if numbers are included, and without the numbers, the most optimum layout is Nappis Diamond. Is direct access to numbers needed in mobile phone keyboard? Based on our studies, some numbers like 1, 9 and 0 are actually more frequent than some letters. Thus, direct access to numbers on a mobile phone keyboard is a handy feature, but where to place them? On a mobile phone screen, the most optimum area the finger to operate is close to the center of the screen, not at the bottom of the screen. On the other hand, letters are more frequently used when typing than numbers. Thus, letters should be in more optimum position than numbers on a mobile phone keyboard. This principle has been applied to Nappis keyboard, and thus numbers are on the bottom of the keyboard. This setup will increase your overall typing comfort in the long term. Each language has a slightly different alphabet set and probability of occurrence of each letter in written text. Thus, a keyboard that is optimal for one language may not be so optimal for another language. Nappis layouts have been optimized for several languages: English, German, Estonia, Spanish, Esperanto, French, Italian, Norwegian, Polish, Portuguese, Finnish, Swedish, Turkish, Czech, and Russia. An alphabet set of each language has been covered well in corresponding layout. When you type with the Nappis, there is constantly working in the background this so-called intelligent touch detection system to help you perform better. It helps you to hit the correct key in borderline situations, and in that way can reduce your typing errors and increase your typing speed. The intelligent touch detection system consists technically thousands of small machine learning buttons working in the background, and those buttons are able to change their status based on the context and the typing habit of each user as an individual. Okay, what I mean by context. For example, if you have in your text field type something like let's have a hamburger, this is a context. We humans are context-aware systems, and we can understand here that the next letter that needs to be typed is the letter E. Now let's assume that by the next keyboard interaction you missed the letter E slightly. In this case, Nappis, as a context-aware system, can in some cases save you from mistyping in borderline situations, depending your typing history with the Nappis. Okay, then what is the typing habit of a user that I just mentioned? As a simple example, left-handed will press the same button slightly in a different position than right-handed will press. As another example, if you are aiming some button, then you will touch it on different position depending on if you are approaching it from the left or from the right. As a one more example, people with short fingers will touch the same button in average in different position than people with long fingers. Basically, everyone is touching and operating a keyboard slightly differently. The intelligent touch detection system can adapt this kind of typing habits by learning in long term where and how you touch your keyboard in each situations. For Android 8 and higher, there is this responsive vibration system added in Nappis. This vibration system has total 256 vibration patterns indicating the accuracy to hit a key. Thus, when you feel a weak vibration or no vibration at all, that is an alert for you that please check that the correct letter was typed. The layout of Nappis and the intelligent touch detection system are features that make Nappis special and unique. Besides of those major specialities, I would like to point out few minor specialities of this Nappis keyboard. Even though the Nappis keyboard has been designed for relatively narrow upraised mobile phone screen, it has also a wide form. Thus, Nappis is also working well when it is used on mobile phone screen tilted horizontally or when it is used on larger tablet screen. Nappis keyboard has a new and unique emoji system. If you have struggled to find suitable emoji fast in the past, then this new emoji system may solve your problem there. You can customize your Nappis keyboard by selecting your favorite color theme from a large set of color themes. Visual impairment mode is a set of small adjustments in order to make the keyboard more easy to see for people who have problems with their eye vision. It can be activated from the settings. Next, I would like to give you 3 tips how to learn to write with the Nappis. So in case you have a typical keyboard user, you have been always using the QWERTY layout. Thus, you will have a strong perception in your brain where everything should locate on keyboard, and this will make learning this Nappis keyboard a demanding task. Since learning Nappis is a demanding task, you need to have a motivation to even start. The keyboard you are probably currently using is the QWERTY. Please go to the internet and find out what is this QWERTY all about. Many people say that QWERTY is okay. If you agree, then I hope you consider why it is okay. Is it okay because it's so great layout, or rather because you are so skilled typing with it after being using it almost your entire life? After you have your motivation, be committed. Swapping between Nappis and QWERTY layout will not do good for your performance with either keyboard layouts. The case is different when using computer keyboard alongside with the Nappis, as I will explain later. Use consistently only Nappis keyboard as your on-screen keyboard to totally master this keyboard in some point. After you have your motivation and commitment, then typing is the best practice. As a practical tip, when you're starting to learn to type with Nappis, then please check the position of letters of the word you are just starting to type before actually starting to type the word. Here we have 2 novices who are learning to type with Nappis. Here is a greedy keyboard user. Since he hits the key he was looking for, immediately he finds the 1. This is a bad practice, since after the key press he needs to move his finger away from the view in order to start to search the next key. Here is a non-greedy keyboard user, since he has a patience to pre-check the positions of all letters of the word he is going to type before actually starting to type the word. When letter positions have been pre-checked, then the word can be typed with one quick sequence. This non-greedy typing technique is a good practice since it makes your typing immediately faster, but also helps you to learn the keyboard layout faster. Now I would like to answer to some questions I presume would pop up in some of your minds regarding to this Nappis keyboard. Well, when you first start with the Nappis, then the first few days will be frustrating since nothing is there where your brains expect things to be, and thus your typing will be slow. But if you are motivated, committed, type a lot, and always apply this non-greedy typing technique I just told you, then your typing can be fluent in a couple of weeks. The time to take to be faster and less error prone than with your old keyboard depends a lot of on your age, but indeed for adults it can be several months. If you are not sure if learning this new keyboard layout is worthwhile, then I hope you consider how much you use mobile phone keyboard in average in a day and how much you will use mobile phone keyboard during the rest of your life. Mobile phone keyboard may be actually the app that you use actually the most since its use is associated with many other apps. Thus, using a proper keyboard like Nappis may save your time and effort a lot in the long run. When you type with a computer keyboard, you hit letters with your index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky finger, while your thumbs are applying only the space, at least if you use the 10 finger system. On the other hand, when you type with mobile phone, you use thumbs for hitting letter keys, while index, middle, ring, and pinky finger are holding the device. Thus, the finger rows are basically swapped. Letters are typed with these fingers with computer keyboard and these fingers with mobile phone keyboard. For this reason, typing routines have been stored in your muscle memory totally differently regardless what the actual layout is. As my own experience, I can tell that I have been developing computer keyboards and mobile phone keyboards for my own fun for last 14 years. During of those 14 years, I have been using several computer keyboard layouts and several custom mobile phone keyboard layouts without them having much in common. During this time span, I have not been experienced any conflict, any discomfort, any inconvenience with using different layout on computer keyboard than on mobile phone's keyboard. No, funds are needed to maintain and further develop this app, and in future to deliver quality updates to you. You can use Nappis free for the first 30 days. So if you wish to pay nothing, then just cancel your subscription before the first payment. Nappis is downloadable from Google Play Store and is currently available for almost all Android devices. Nappis, like all third-party keyboards, need to be set up explicitly for security reasons. But the setup process is quick, takes only a few minutes, is straightforward, is easy, and is well instructed. And finally on the title. The aim of making this keyboard has been to make ultimately the best mobile phone keyboard in the world ever. What is the best is obviously a personal preference, but in case you have some constructive criticism, it is very welcome. If you have any more questions, please leave them on the comment section and I will try to answer them to my best. Thank you and bye.